Hey everybody, my name is Haneen. I'm a UTS student doing a Master of Public Health. Today we're going to talk about the leadership and financial management. Leadership has a vital role in managing quality initiative in healthcare system. So in today's healthcare, quality management is the most ideal and suitable style of leadership is transformational leadership. The essential structure element of the quality improvement in healthcare sector are catalyzed for process change such as effective organization capabilities and group dynamic. So a number of studies has been conducted and substantial amount of research has been done to discover out how a leader become effective, and with that few number of theories have been postulated from time to time. So in today's healthcare quality management, the most ideal and suitable style of leadership structure element is a transformational leadership. So in order to become a successful transformational leader on professional and personal and professional level, performing the following tasks is must. Starting with defining the tasks. So the transformational leader shall focus on objective that is measurable, realistic, and timely and specific. And secondly, controlling, utilizing quality, agent, and effectiveness use of time, effort, as well as resource. So must have a resource and use of time. Briefing, communication of goals and plan in a focused way. Planning. Have a clear mission among team members, and members shall also be involved in planning. So if a leader wants to be effective in its planning, he shall make a systemic plan and structure the organization according to the requirement of the project. Also motivation and inspiration. So in order to become a perfect leader, one must learn to inspire as well motivate the member. So if you want to talk about the transformational theory, which is considered to be the most suitable one for the healthcare setting, it goes beyond the traditional style of cross-sectional leadership and gives extreme importance of the people to work more effective if they are familiar with their mission. The transformational leader are even able to motivate preference beyond the expectation, while having an influence attitude has its own break. An example has been selected for the transformational theory and leadership is Mr. Mark Bertolini. Mark is an innovator. He likes to push the board of common thinking and find a new as well as creative solution for a big problem. Aetna is a communicated to handle problem, and it's working in redesign healthcare future. So from July 2007 to December 2014, he worked as president, accountable for all the internal operation and businesses across the company board range of healthcare products, as well as all related services, including pharmacy, behavioral health, medical, dental, group life, and disability plan, as well as medical management abilities and healthcare management service for medicine plan. So when a leader works this way, a system is not incredibly enhanced change from inside out, but transferred from outside in. Bit of background about Mr. Mark. He born and raised in Detroit. He held various jobs during his high school, college, including various category roles in healthcare delivery, as well as mostly working for the motor company plant. In 2015, Mr. Mark was named one of the 100 most influential people in healthcare by Modern Healthcare for his effort to promote measurable that increase access, lower costs, and improve quality of healthcare. In 2015, he was named Politics 50 and also the frontal list of the world 50 greatest leader. That was also in 2015. Continue talking about his life. He has received $41 million in from Britain last year, with $38.2 million of the package due to a gain in value on resisted stroke guaranteed from 2013 to 2015, and on stock option he was awarded 10 years earlier, and during 2016 Mr. Mark has been announced as a higher than 3/4 of CEOs at equally situated companies. He was honored at the National Italian American Foundation 33 Universal Award Gala in Washington. Some of the variation in the literature, as explained by Lukas in 2007, one of the critical elements required to become a transformational leader is improvement initiative. A transformational leader shall always inspire their goals as inspiration, motivation, and share their vision. Shall always be encouraged to think of old problems in a better or new ways and are seen separately. Here are some of the intents that I have been looking through. So on 12 January 2015, he's announced a raise in Aetna's minimum wage was $16 per hour for the 5,700 employees who stood to advantage. This meant an average pay raise of 11%. Some saw a raise of 33%. Pay hikes was as tragical as well as motivational, and one that stemmed from personal motivation as well. Hence, in order to motivate his staff, the step to hike the wage confirmed the leadership qualities in him. The added expenses proved to be a good investment. Frontline employees are now more engaged and more communicate to service and less worried about daily trade of surviving. Another intense as peer interview we conducted with him, he agreed to the fact that as soon as he took the job as a CEO, he had 3 objectives: to set Aetna for the next 160 years, to make healthcare reform actually work, and to establish the capability of corporate leadership in the eyes of public. Hence, as soon as he became a CEO, he catalyzed the plan into 3 objectives and shows fine sense of planning he did before starting his work. So here I learned from this sentence: a leader is supposed to start with what he wants to create, or he initiate his work with respect to the purpose of his job. Instance 3, as peer interview done for him as well, he said Aetna is looking at how they can get into customer homes to look at safety hazards and evaluating together what they keep in their food, how much exercise they get, and what they do to socialize healthcare, taking as much as larger scope than simply seeing a doctor when they are sick. Through improvement in healthcare system can be costly, but here it is clearly seen that various strategies are developed in order to utilize quality engines and implement quality improvement programs. Hence, I have learned from this instance that strategy is not linear, but it's a series of real-time experiments. which is a leader does in a whole course. Another learning outcome that came is, so in order to initiate a big change, a transformational leader needs to cooperate closely with all the members and build up a foundation of trust, and without trust it's impossible to achieve the desired change. So after all reading and researching about Mr. Mark and reading his interview and going through his biography, all the previous ideas regarding leadership has been totally changed. One of them, I always thought that management is always taken care of by the upper level management, but no, there is a strong need to closely go through with the member before initiating any change. Another thought which has undergo a complete change, it is, I always thought that a strategy is rock solid plan, but no, it has to be a series of real-time experiment. It can be considered as a random walk and not a linear progression. We just need to follow the principle and being by experiment with the best way. I have also realized a fact that transformational leaders are those who are motivate, inspire and stimulate followers in order to achieve change and outcome, as well as in the process to develop leadership capacity. A transformational leader always helps the followers to develop and grow into leader by answering to individual followers' needs, by empowering them, as well as by eliminating the goal and objective of each and every follower.